Hello everybody, a little early morning stream here. Just kind of out trying to peruse around and get some rides. I've already had one. I'm on my way to my second right now. This is the time of the day that's not very well covered in our market by Uber and Lyft. There's not many drivers that are on this time of day. So it's usually a pretty good time to get a ride or two. So I'm going to run the stream for a little bit. I have a lot of stuff going on later today. So I got to take my dog to the vet, and I had a dentist appointment. And I want to try to get a couple hours in at work because I have to go out of town tomorrow morning and I'm going to miss some work. So I'm still sick, as you can hear. So I know it's early. It's 8:45 Eastern time, which probably means in some of you guys that watch me, it's probably not even 6 o'clock yet. So it is what it is. I just wanted to do a stream just to get a stream in, I guess, because I promised to stream. Traffic this morning is ridiculous. There's people everywhere. It's about 17 degrees, sun shining. Supposed to get some freezing rain later today. So there's that. I was all the way across town when I got this ping. I was the only one on that side of town, and there were a couple others down here. But for whatever reason, it pinged me all the way from across town. Also don't understand why it had me. Oh no, you wouldn't know Fifth Street, that's why. Gotcha. I gotcha. Got him. Everybody's having a good day and a good week so far. I know it's only Tuesday, but God, it's hard to believe it's only Tuesday. My days are all screwed up now because I always had weekends off, and I don't have weekends off anymore, so I'll have 2 back-to-back days and in the middle of the week, and it just feels weird. These roads are not wide enough to have cars parked on both sides. So far, both my rides have been on Lyft. I'm noticing in my market, Lyft is the one that has definitely been busier. She's outside waiting for me. It's even better. Booyah. She's going to school too. How we doing? Senior?
Can I scoot this chair up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks.
Yeah. Going to senior?
Yep.
All right. Thank you. That one was iffy. I don't know, I feel like sometimes those high school ones are borderline. But usually there's a whole line of people dropping people off, and there's not today. Well, that was fun. I'm gonna probably get one started. She's not gonna 5-star me, I don't think. Stop, I hate when it does that. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. I think the first chick probably 5-starred me. But I would be surprised if that one did. Oh, alright. Alright. Sell my soul and strong at 5 stars. Yeah. It was the easiest for me to do it this early. I knew I wouldn't get a lot of viewers. But it's probably the best time for me to go because I got so much going on later. Now I gotta go take some medicine or something. It sucks. I've had this damn cold for like 2 weeks. Two minimum fares, that's all I got so far. Both on Lyft. Just drop somebody off at the high school. No, you're good. Don't worry about it. I don't expect anybody to be on the stream. I'm surprised you're even on. I didn't expect anybody to be on this one. A, I didn't advertise it, and B, it's really, really early. It's not that early, it's like 8 o'clock, but early enough, I guess. Booyah, Ubering after work. Yeah, so I'm supposed to work tomorrow. Yo, what up? Morning. How we doing? I'm supposed to work tomorrow morning starting at 4, but I have to go to Iowa City for an appointment at 9:30. So I was gonna go work a few hours this afternoon so that I don't have to work as long tomorrow. So it was easiest for me just to do the stream early in the morning because I gotta take my dog to the vet, and then I have a dentist appointment, and then I want to go to work for a couple hours. At least hit up 1 or 2 of my stops. ride. Let's go. That's probably it. I hate driving this time of day because you get the kids going to high school. It's only happened to me twice, but I never know if they're even old enough. I take them anyway, but there's probably like 65,000 drivers down here. It's not too bad. Commuter. It's Dubuque. Commuter. Come on, man. You know what? That's a good question. I'm not sure what time I started. Let's find out. How long have I've been online on Lyft the whole time because all my rides were on Lyft. So I've been on for, well shit, it fucking disappeared on me. 30 minutes maybe? I bet it's been about 30 minutes, so probably about 7:30. I probably started the stream like 15 minutes in. Yeah, it's 8 a.m. where I am. It's hard to really know because I got people that watch these streams that are on both coastlines. So it's like, well, I could wait and do it later and get some of the people driving to work to watch, or, you know, 9 here. So you're on the East Coast. But then I was like, people on the West Coast aren't going to watch it that early in the morning. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. Miami. Booyah. How's the weather in Miami? It's probably like super nice. What's it like? 75, 80 degrees? God damn. I shouldn't have asked. It's 18. It's 18 here. No polar vortex in Miami. No, sir. Goddamn polar vortex. Oh, shit. I was worried that last week was going to one-star me. She hasn't, though. Where's everybody at? Doot, 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 doot. I'm the only one? I'm the only one downtown. A few minutes ago, there was all kinds of drivers on, and they were all downtown. Now nobody's downtown. I'm the only guy downtown. Yeah. Uber's changed a lot since 2015. I mean, I've only been using it, so 29 minus 29. Booyah. Yeah, we had that. We had that last week, my friend. I've only been driving Uber since 2017. It's changed a lot since then. I think it's 2017. Yeah, 2017. I started. And it's changed a lot since then. So, well, someone else has got a ride over there in the West End. I don't know, give me an Uber Eats or something. I don't really want an Uber Eats, but I'll take one at this point. Let's go. Somebody wants McDonald's breakfast. Oh man. What tips can I give? How long did you do it before? And were you in the same area you are now, I guess is the real question. Tico. It's a loaded question because I don't want to tell you stuff you already know. I mean, the biggest tip I can give anybody is to know your market. So, how long you've been in Miami plays a big role. How well you know the city, you know where the areas are. You know where the areas are where all the action is. Bar scenes, the stadiums. Oh. Yeah, but you're in Miami now, right? So, but the way they've changed, I mean, the way Uber is now is it's pretty much available anywhere you go. So, yeah, the biggest piece of advice I always give is just to know the market, and you got to know when the peak times are. You got to know, obviously, baseball season. You want to hang out. I mean, I know the Marlins aren't very good, but you kind of want to be readily available for traffic from the Marlins games, and football season, Dolphins, and everything else. So that's obviously the heat, and then obviously the bar scene. I don't know what you prefer to drive, because I prefer the bar scene. I don't really like to drive during the day because it's a whole different clientele. I find it much harder to get 5 stars when I drive during the day than when I drive at night. I don't really know why that is, but... Oh, come on. I ain't gonna hit a surge right now. Ain't gonna be no surge at 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I personally I prefer to drive at night. That's what I prefer. My job doesn't always allow it, but yeah, I definitely prefer to drive at night because I think there's significantly more traffic, at least in my market, and I think the clientele's better. Oh, gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, nighttime is absolutely the best if you can stand to put up with pukers. I have been driving 2 years. I've never had a puker. I've been really lucky in that regard. And if you are going to drive at night, make sure you have puke bags, because those are key. I do have some. I have some in here. I've never had to use them. So, some people say it's better if you keep the car cold, because people are less likely to puke. I don't know if that's true or not. I've never tested the theory, but that's what I've heard. See, a lot of people don't like dealing with that. If you want to drive during the day, well, you know, then it's all about commute times and, you know, if you have it, Miami has an airport, so like airport traffic. But airport traffic, you have to get up early, because people try to get on planes before 6 usually. You only have 807 trips. Weekends. Yeah, see, weekends are tough. I don't know what to make of weekends during the day. Sundays are big on the weekends because people are going back downtown to get their vehicles if they drove. So Sunday morning is usually a good time. Again, it's more market specific, I think, than anything, but I find Sunday mornings to be a pretty good time to drive. Saturday mornings can be okay if Friday night was busy, but pretty much all day Saturday, I guess, is usually pretty good, because there's always stuff going on Saturdays, especially in the summertime. At least here in my market. I mean, if it's 80 degrees year-round in Miami, I mean, it's not year-round, but you know what I mean. It's 80 degrees in Miami, like in the wintertime. There's always going to be stuff going on the weekends. That's true. It's very true. Yeah. Saturdays are good just about anywhere. Saturdays are pretty good here too. Obviously a little slower during the winter, but still not terrible. Generally between like usually between like Christmas and about March is pretty slow, with the exception of New Year's. But after that, it's usually pretty steady, regardless what day it is. So, yeah, I wish I had Miami's climbing up here. God damn, it'd be nice. There's another bitch like right down here by me. Where's he at? Or run him off the road. Doesn't matter. No one's getting rides anyway. So there's two Ubers and 2 Lyfts. And the other Lyft besides me, holy shit, there's a lot of Lyfts. The other Lyft besides me, that's downtown, is not the same guy that's driving for Uber. Oh, there he is. Yep, there he is. Yeah. Again, it's all market specific. So like in 2 hours here in my market, I'm not going to make shit because I'm a small market. But a market like Miami, like it's probably like you could probably make really good money in a couple hours in Miami. I would imagine. It's just like any other job, dude. There's people that love it and people that hate it. You know, there's a lot of Uber and Lyft drivers that just absolutely hate driving. Yeah, because I'm sitting here with no fucking rides right now. Yeah, you're gonna get a whole varying range of people. Some people hate it, some people love it. I would say more people hate it than love it, which is unfortunate, but that's with any job. I mean, the job that I work at, you know, there's 6 or 7 people I come in contact every day that hate their job. You know, it is what it is. People hate their jobs all the time, but it's all kind of what you put into it, and it's all, you know, I mean, you're gonna make the money that you're gonna make, and a lot of it's out of your control. But it's all about maximizing your time and maximizing your effort. Like right now, like I should not be online right now because I'm not making any money. But it is what it is. You study your market and you know your market, you know when the busy times are. You won't have any problem making money. Like I know for me, Tuesday morning is not a great time to drive. Monday morning is a phenomenal time to drive because no one drives on Monday morning. And I know that. Tuesday morning isn't nearly as good because there's more drivers on. Yep. You gotta be patient and wait. Yeah. A lot of markets are dealing with oversaturation, but I think that kind of goes in waves. So like it'll be oversaturated for, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, and then people will stop driving because it's so oversaturated. And then it's really, really good for a little bit, and then it gets oversaturated again. It just kind of goes in waves. Yeah, probably. I probably should. There's a couple guys on the perimeter already, though. I don't want to go down by Walmart because I do not want a Walmart ride. Oh, let's go see. Uber and Lyft pay-wise are about the same. As far as which one's better, I think that really depends on market. When I started driving, when I started driving, I only did Lyft, or I only did Uber in the beginning. And as I've driven more and more, I have found that I get more rides on Lyft than I do on Uber. But I don't know if that's market specific. Riders are generally going to use whichever one is cheaper, and whichever one is offering more promotions. And I know, at least in my market, Lyft is doing more for promotions and trying to get people to use the app. So Lyft is really trying to give Uber a run for its money, at least in my market. So right now, I'm making much more on Lyft than I am on Uber right now. You always want to have both. Yeah, no, that was... I'm sorry about that. It just kind of cut off. It was really weird because I was in an area where I should have had service and I didn't. And it just kind of stopped and I didn't go back on. See, look what the fuck just happened. See this? I drive around, right? Which is fine. But the ping I just got is downtown. I just left downtown. So I guess in a nutshell, the answer to that question is, if I had a choice between driving Uber or driving Lyft, I could only choose one, I'd probably choose Lyft. But again, that's market specific. I think it really kind of depends. So it depends on the app. So for Uber, I use the in-app Uber navigation. A lot of drivers hate it. I didn't like it under the old Uber app, but since they updated the Uber driver app, I like the Uber navigation. I think it works just fine. I don't like having all the extra windows open. So I guess it's not that different. So I use the in-app navigation on both. So I use the in-app navigation on Uber, and I use the in-app navigation on Lyft. The difference is that the in-app navigation on Lyft is actually Google Maps. They just take Google Maps and put it in the Lyft app. So I used to use the Google Maps for Uber, but yeah, the old navigation with the old Uber app wasn't good, but I think it's one of the things that they Jesus Christ, look at that guy. It's one of the things that they improved when they updated the app. So the in-app navigation is a lot better than it used to be. Jesus Christ, people. No one knows how to fucking drive. A lot of drivers will still say the Uber navigation isn't good. I don't know. I'm in a small market, so I think it works better for me than it does for most people. I don't like Waze. I've used Waze before. I don't know. Maybe it's just it's got a different interface to it. I don't really like it. I don't think that there's any advantage to Waze over Google because, well, first of all, Google owns Waze. So if you're using Waze, you're essentially using Google. But I'm just not a fan of Waze. I've used it before. I don't really like it. There is a Waze carpool service that they kind of have. You get paid to give people rides using Waze. But yeah, I'm just not. I've never really been a fan. And the way they've changed Google Maps, Google Maps is starting to incorporate a lot of the Waze features that people liked, like the accidents. You can report accidents on Google Maps, and you can report speed traps on Google Maps. So they're taking some of the things that people like about Waze and putting them in Google Maps. I don't know, but I've heard rumors that their plan is to phase out Waze. Because they want to put everything in one app instead of having two. There's a fucking train just sitting down here. And I just got a whole bunch of messages at once there, and I probably missed some stuff, so I apologize. What the hell is this guy at the hotel? 1151 Washington. I'm not sure if he's at the hotel. I might have to call him. Let me call him real quick.
Hello?
Hey, this is your Uber driver. Are you at the hotel?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm in the lobby now.
Okay, I am pulling up right now.
Okay, great. I'm going to walk out. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. This hotel is brand new, and it didn't come up as the hotel. It just came up as the address, so I had to verify. How we doing?
Alright. Cold out here.
It's a little chilly.
Not too bad. I guess last week was really...
Yeah, that's true.
Is it Kevin? Did I get that right?
Yep.
I'm Scott. Nice to meet you.
You too. Where are we headed today?
So it should be in there. That's, what is it, 385?
Yeah.
It's flex steel.
Flex steel. Okay.
I came in late last night.
Yeah?
Yeah, I couldn't get a car at the airport. I guess it was too late.
How long are you in town for?
It's till Thursday.
It's not too bad. Where are you from?
Philly.
Philly.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm used to it. I travel a lot.
Yeah, well, I suppose.
So what's good around here in terms of restaurants and places to go?
Depends what you're into, I guess.
True. Beer and a burger.
Beer and a burger. Down here on Main Street, there's a place called Brew House.
Okay. What's that seven something back
The
there?
Seven Hills. They got okay food. I've only been there once, but
Okay.
yeah, up on Main Street, all kinds of places up there.
Okay. I'll find something tonight, I'm sure.
What time did you get in last night?
About 11:30, 11 o'clock.
It's pretty late.
Not too bad.
Did you fly in?
Yeah, I came in on... Actually, I flew in and then not getting a car. I had to scramble to get a taxi. Tried Uber, couldn't get an Uber there.
Yeah, I can't get an Uber at the airport. I don't really understand
Don't have Lyft. I guess maybe I should try that too.
You can get a Lyft at the airport. You just can't get Uber. It's weird.
Is that what it is? Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I'm going to download the Lyft.
The city's having a hard time negotiating with Uber to pick up at the airport. I don't understand, but
everybody wants money.
they have a contract with Lyft, so
Everybody wants money.
yeah.
Do you live near here, or are you from
Yeah,
here?
I live downtown.
Okay.
I've been here for 4 years.
Gotcha.
You work for Flex Steel, or are you like a supplier?
I'm trying to engage in a business deal.
Gotcha.
Let's see. They seem like nice people.
Yeah. Like there might be a train sitting down here.
You guys got a lot of snow out here. Looks like.
It's melted.
Yeah, I guess.
We got 18 inches in about a week.
Yeah, that's good.
And
That's a lot.
shit, there's not a train there. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot at once. Because every time.
It was warm over the weekend. So.
every time it snowed, it was 6 inches.
Right.
And yeah, then it was the last couple of days. It's been in the 40s, so it's all melting. And then we had rain a couple of days ago, and
Some coming this afternoon, but I didn't see it. It looked like a little bit of snow, but not
it
much.
said freezing rain.
Yeah, shit.
That's always fun to deal with.
Yeah, I'd rather have snow.
Right? I know. Me too.
Yeah, we get a lot of freezing rain where I am. Back home, and it's never fun. It shuts things down, man.
Oh, yeah, I
Can't
know.
drive. So this is the port. Got it. So the river's got to be close by.
Yeah, the river is
here, right?
right straight up
Yeah.
in front of us here.
This would be a good walk from the hotel. I guess I need to start getting.
Yeah, it's a little jaunt.
Especially the cold. In summer, maybe, right?
Yeah,
What are the summers like here? Pretty beautiful, I imagine.
yeah,
Everything greens up.
they're nice.
Yeah. The river being here, all the water. There's anybody here.
There should be somebody in there.
Should come later in the morning. Looks empty, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'll give it a whirl.
Alrighty.
All right, thanks for the ride, man.
Yep, thank you.
I can tip you on the app, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Have a good day.
All right.
All right. So that was that. I gotta figure out how the fuck to get out of here. Thank you. Can I go out this way? Yep, sure can. Nice little minimum fare ride right there. I thought there was a train sitting down here, so I was gonna go up and over the bridge, and then there was no train, so I had to change my mind at the last minute. I try to do 2 live streams a week. I try to do one like early in the week during the day, and I try to do like a night bar run stream as well. Just because I draw different clientele. I draw different people on each one. So some people don't like to be on at night. Some people prefer to watch during the day. So I kind of try to cater to everybody. So I usually do one during the day, and then I do one at night. And the one at night's usually a Friday night or a Saturday night. Yeah. So back in 2015, they probably didn't have that. I said this brew house, this barrel house. Yeah, that's what everyone tells me too. They like watching the streams because it gives them a feel of everything. They added in-app tipping, I think, in 2017. It was right when I started. They didn't have in-app tipping on Uber, and that was 2 years ago. They added it after Travis fucking left. That was in about the middle of 2017. It was one of the first things Dara did. Well, might even before Dara. Might have been like an acting CEO that did it. Anyway. Yeah. Unfortunately, they always say they'll tip and then they don't. Didn't quite catch that comment. I got 8 people watching? Damn. Hi, everybody. So for me, waiting downtown, it really kind of depends on what time of day it is. I don't like to really camp downtown. If I'm driving at night, I don't even go downtown until like 10 or 10:30 because people aren't leaving the bars that early. So like I'll go camp downtown after 10 or 10:30 because that's when people will be leaving the bars. People go to the bars before then. So and it depends a lot on the town too. It's hard for me to speak like generally because everyone's town's different. All of our bars are downtown, and I think most places are. There's not a lot of residential areas close to the bars. So, and our town's kind of divided. So the downtown area is on the bottom of the hill, and the rest of the town's above the hill. So I'll try to hang out above the hill prior to. So like if I go online at 8, I'll hang out above the hill until 10 or 10:30, and then I'll go downtown. Just for traffic's sake or whatever, because I know no one's leaving the bar at 10 o'clock. You're not gonna pick anybody up downtown before 10 o'clock at night. During the day, we have a lot of businesses downtown, but I have found during the day there's not a lot of stuff that comes out of downtown. In response to your question, $360 is the minimum fare on Uber. $375 is the minimum fare on Lyft. The question about quests, Uber has never done a quest in Dubuque. However, they do quests for Uber Eats. It's $5 for every delivery. They've had that in there pretty much every week for the last 3 months. So we do have quests for Eats. We do not have quests for rides. Every once in a while, Lyft will do a streak bonus. But those are very few and far between. It's a smaller market. They don't put a lot of effort into this market. I don't know why. It's definitely grown in the 2 years that I've been doing this. It's much busier now than it was when I started. So I think they could do more promotions and stuff, but it is what it is. But no, there's usually no quest. The mileage rate, I believe, were 88 cents a mile, if I remember correctly. Maybe 86. And I think 13 cents a minute. So I'm downtown right now, and there's people down here, but there's not a lot going on. There's a hotel here that has a lot of meetings usually. But a lot of this stuff is just bars and restaurants. Cunningham and Butler has their corporate headquarters here, so sometimes there's stuff to come out of there, but not very often. And then American Trust, I think they have their corporate headquarters here. Flex Steel's corporate headquarters, I just dropped that guy off. That was the Flex Steel corporate headquarters. McGraw Hill has an office here. That's all down by the casino. I'll get some people every once in a while to go down there or come from there, but I don't usually drive during the day. So driving during the day, during the week especially, is kind of a unique thing for me. Sick for like 2 weeks and I can't shake it. That guy give me a tip. $3. Booyah. Booyah. My amp is dead. My amp's always dead though. I'm gonna make sure I didn't get freaking boned on lift. Still 5.0. We're good. Good. Alright, I'm gonna fly up the hill. I'm not gonna get anything downtown at this time of day. Yeah, so I'm in the business district. Holy shit. Booyah. That was a really long comment. I don't think I even caught the whole thing. It's hard for me to read really long comments, guys, because I am moving. Do I have the lamps? You're talking about like the amp. I have the Lyft amp. The Uber beacon I do not have. They released it and then they changed their damn logo. So, they're not. I think they're redoing the beacons. So you can't get them right now, I don't think. They reissued new ones with the new logos, and they're supposed to be available everywhere, but our closest hub is 3 hours away. So I'd have to go 3 hours just to get a freaking amp or a freaking beacon. I do have the amp; they shipped that to me. Problem with the amp, I really like the amp. I just think it doesn't hold a charge very well. Because I feel like I charge it, and then I use it one day and it's dead within a couple hours. And but it's I have it turned on right now, but it's dead. It keeps beeping at me that it's dead. The reason why I had it on is because I started before the sun was up, or the sun wasn't really all the way up when I started, I guess I should say. But does the amp add anything to your tips? No. Yeah, I had to give 150 rides in 30 days, I think is what it was. No, 150 rides in 90 days. Which by itself isn't that bad. But when you're in a small market like mine, that's extremely hard to attain. So, it came down to the end, and I think I had like a week to get my rides in, to get my amp. And I think I had to do like 20 or 25 rides in a week. I don't think it's 30 days. I think it's 150 in 90 days. I don't think it's 30. 150 in 30 days would be impossible. I would not have an amp if that was the case. I'm pretty sure it was 90. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna look it up right now as soon as I stop. Because I can look it up and see what it was. This is my favorite hangout spot right here. This is where I go when I go above the hill. It's 90 now? 90, it's, oh, 90 days. Let's see. I need to go to dashboard. And I need to go to rewards. Let's see what it is. So I already got this. What gold? Yeah, all you gotta do is hit gold status. And gold status. So platinum status is 400 rides in 3 months. It doesn't really say. what the levels are on here. Because I'm at gold right now. I have to give 302 more rides by February 28. So 302 by February 28 keeps me on gold. I don't know. It doesn't say. I don't really know that the amp really adds much though. I mean, I think it makes it easier to find you at night, but it doesn't. Passengers don't really care that much, I don't think. It is kind of cool because like the back side of it, it gives like, it greets the passenger when they get in, which is nice. And like during the holidays, there's like special messages on there, like it said happy holidays around Christmas time, and it said Happy New Year on New Year's Eve, and it said Happy Halloween on Halloween when I drove. I didn't drive on Thanksgiving, but I'm sure it said Happy Thanksgiving. It's got little animations and stuff on it. It's kind of cool. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck to get a beacon, but I don't think they mail this to you. You have to actually go pick it up, I think. So the thing about the beacon is that the rider gets to pick the color. The amp, it's just a random color that they pick for you. So I wish Lyft would incorporate that technology in there so the passenger can pick the color, but there's only a limited. I think it only has like 5 or 6 colors, whereas the Uber beacon has like the full spectrum. I have to look into that then, because I was told the beacon was available here, but I'm not sure how to claim it, so I have to look that up. Someone else told me that they were not releasing them right now because they're changing them. Yes, I believe you can. Most phones have the capability to Bluetooth multiple devices. Like I usually have 2 or 3 connected at the same time. Right now I only have 1 because I'm in my wife's car, but when I'm in my car, I have like the amp, and then I have a Bluetooth in my car, and that's usually connected. And sometimes one of my ears also on, so I got all 3 of those connected at the same time. So yes, you can Bluetooth them both at the same time. I don't know why. There's so much shit open. God, there's a guy like right. See, nobody's downtown right now because there's nothing going on down there. Got this random guy all the way down here. See, our airport's all the way down here. But like I was telling that last guy, our airport is weird because either Uber or Lyft can drop off at the airport, but only Lyft can pick up. I assume you're referring to a referral code, and the referral code would get you a bonus in addition to me, or the person who gives you the code. It would, yeah, so the person who uses it gets a bonus, and the person who gives the code out also gets a bonus. And where you are makes a difference. So I got like, I think I got $100 from one guy, and I got $500 from another guy, and it just depended on the market. So the Philadelphia, I had a guy from Philly who used my code, and I got $500. But it all depends on the market. If I was to refer a driver in my own market, I get like, I think I get like $100. 30% off on Uber. Yeah, 'cause my market uses whatever is cheapest. Everybody here, like most people here, they'll pull up both apps. Whichever one's cheaper is what they'll go with. Which is why it's good to have both apps. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate it. I do what I can. I'm slowly becoming live stream only, but that's okay, I guess. All right, let's go get Ryan. See, I would not have gotten a Sping if I was sitting downtown right now. That's the best way to maximize your money. But never... You want to run them both at the same time. You want to make sure when you get a ping from one of them, you shut the other one off, because that causes a lot of problems. But yeah, it's... I used to just run Uber, and when I added Lyft, which is funny because I actually applied to Lyft before Uber. When I added Lyft, my business significantly picked up. So, and now I do more on Lyft than I do on Uber. But it's always good to have both, so you can, you know, maximize the amount of money that you make. Otherwise, depending on your market, like me, I just kind of sit around if I've only got the one app on. What do you mean that was me? Oh, only using Uber. I gotcha. Yeah, no, I will tell everybody that if you're going to drive rideshare, drive both apps. I actually applied to Lyft before I applied to Uber. And Uber approved me in a week, and it took Lyft like 6 months. I don't really understand why. I have this blanket on my front seat, and nobody wants to sit in the front seat because I got a blanket on the front seat. It's like... yeah. No, it's no fun. And a lot of drivers in my market, I don't think there's many that only drive one. I think they pretty much all drive both. But a lot of them will shut Lyft off after a certain time because I don't know. I feel like it's unique in every market, but in my market, there's never prime time on Lyft ever, and I don't know if that's just unique to me or if that's across the country. I don't know, but we never ever prime time on Lyft ever, but we surge on Uber all the time. So a lot of drivers here will shut Lyft off after a certain time just to get the surge rides on Uber. And I'm like the one guy that doesn't do that because I know that if everyone shuts Lyft off, I would be super busy on Lyft. Yes, I'm missing surge rides, but I'm also making money because a lot of riders will wait the surge out or they'll go on the other app. So I'm the one guy on the other app trying to get rides while everyone else is sitting around waiting for a surge ride. everybody has different strategies. That's mine. You know, I like the surge rides, obviously, because it's more money, but I'd rather get a no surge lift ride than sit around and wait to not get a surge ride on Uber. Yeah, they are, and it's a small town. It's just the way it works. Yeah, exactly. I'm right there with you. I have only gotten maybe 1 or 2 rides that took me out of town in the entire 2 years that I've been doing this. I got a ride to Iowa City one time. That was about an hour and a half away. I've had to go out of town before. Usually it's less than half hour. They're local just because we're a small town. So I get a lot of minimum fare rides, and that's just kind of the nature of the area that we live. So it must be this guy because he's walking over here. Ryan, how we doing?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. Going over to East?
Yes, sir.
Alright. What's going on today?
Another day of work.
Yeah.
Another day of paradise.
Another day in paradise.
Yeah, I forgot to get my truck last night before we went to bed, and the wife went to work, and I wasn't ready to get up yet, so Uber away.
Gotta Uber away.
You can go left here, it's a lot faster.
Fair enough.
I don't know why it has you going up there.
Yeah, it always does. I don't know why. You can slide that back, too. It's too close. I slid it up for somebody that wanted more leg room in the back.
That would have been.
Not really. Tuesday mornings aren't. Monday morning, because nobody drives on Monday morning, but Tuesday mornings there's usually enough of us out that it's not really that busy.
You could have probably just laid in bed the rest of the day and been fine.
A lot of people will tell me that, oh, I'm so tired this morning, and I'm tired too, but yeah.
Gotta get up at some point.
Yeah. Gotta face the day.
Do you drive for Uber and Lyft?
I do, yep.
Which one's more busy?
Lately it's been Lyft.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know if they're offering more promotions or they lowered their rates maybe. I don't know.
Lyft is usually cheaper. I didn't even think about logging into that.
It wasn't always that way. It used to be that Lyft was more. So I don't know. I mean, I think they're trying to cut into Uber market share a little bit.
Doesn't Uber own Lyft?
No, they're two different companies. They're both trying to release IPOs this year, so.
Taxi cab company in town comes to our marina and eats a lot, so I probably should use some of his taxis. Think about it.
Yeah. Probably overcharge you.
Not a huge taxi guy anyway.
Nobody is. Nope. Bit of a nomad, I guess, but I've been here for 4 years, which is the longest amount of time I've been in one place. So, Grew up
Originally from.
grew up in the Twin Cities.
Oh.
I've always had jobs that wanted me to move. So
That would be hard
yeah.
for me to do. We moved away for a little while, moved to California.
Yeah.
She wanted to move to California, so we did. She hated it more than I told her she would.
And now you're back. Why'd you want to go to California?
She works out in California sometimes. She does like special effects and makeup for the movies.
Sure.
She worked for American Eagle for a while, things like that. So she thought she'd get more work if we moved out there, and it was the exact opposite.
Oh, really?
They must not like to hire from people from around the area. So we moved back. No, she doesn't really even enjoy doing that stuff anymore, so whatever.
Oh, goodness.
Where do you work? Or you just,
I work at Frito-Lay.
oh, nice. Okay.
I've been there for about 2 months. I always worked in retail before that, so it's a welcome change.
Yeah.
You grew up in Dubuque?
No.
No.
A little bit outside of Dubuque. Probably like 40 minutes, 30 minutes from Dubuque.
Sure.
South. We moved up here like 10 years ago, probably. 11. Guess I'll be a lifer.
Yeah. Is your wife from here?
She graduated from Dubuque, yep.
Okay.
She grew up in Bellevue.
Gotcha.
20 miles from 30.
Oh, Bellevue.
And halfway through high school, I guess her mom moved her up here. And she moved to Pennsylvania for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Now she's back. Effing shithole.
Really? Thank you, sir. All right. Sorry, guys. I did an Uber trip out here because Illinois, and they do not have Uber service. He got out and said, "I will tip you on the app. I promise." I can get Lyft rides out here, but Lyft works out here, but Uber does not. Ah, he did. $3. I'll tip you on the apps today. Ah, no, there's a fucking train. 1424. I've been on app on Uber for, let's see, nice, just over an hour, so it's not great. I didn't actually grow up in the cities. I lived in, I graduated from Hastings High School, so wasn't actually in the cities. It's kind of a little ways away, but it's easier to tell people I'm from the cities because it's kind of an all-encompassing area. I only got a goddamn ride request and I'm stuck here at this fucking train. Come on. Yeah, so 1424 in about an hour and 15 minutes. And then on Lyft, I've done 750. Oh, that's Galena. I'm not going to Galena, I'm sorry. $750. So if you add the two together. Bye, Aaron. Thanks for stopping by. So 14. So that's like $21. And I've been on system for 2 hours. So it's not terrible. That one's going to come back and hit me again, I bet. So that one is for a pickup 20 minutes away in a town called Galena. It's in Illinois, obviously. But they won't let us operate over there without a license, but people can still get deliveries over there. Or we can still go over there and pick people up, but we're not really supposed to because we don't have a license to operate in that town. They didn't work that out with Lyft. They just decided that we had to have a license to be over there. So we're not really supposed to drive down there and pick anybody up. Yeah, and I'm explaining why. It's 20 minutes away, first of all. It was probably an in-town ride, so I would drive 20 minutes to make $3. So not worth it for me, because then I gotta drive 20 minutes back. That's number one. And number two, that town does not want Lyft in their town. They've been very clear about it. We've asked, as a collective group, we've asked Lyft to block requests from that town, but they won't do it. So, and we've explained why. We've tried to tell them why. And they won't do it. They said, well, you know, they didn't tell us that, blah, blah, blah. You know, we tell them, well, that's what they're telling us. We're not allowed to operate there without a license. And can you please block requests from that town? And they say, no, we can't do that. So every time it comes through, we just have to decline them, which is stupid. It shouldn't be that hard just to shut, you know, block it from that town. It's the same way Uber can block people from calling an Uber at the airport in Dubuque. No, you can't. You can't. You can't see it until you get there to pick them up. Some of the guys will still go out there and pick people up because I've done it before. I actually one time I thought I found my niche. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna hang out in Galena because they have a downtown area that's just all bars. It's a very, very historic town. Ulysses S. Grant actually has a house there. It's a very historical town, and they have a nice bar area, a nice bar scene downtown. So I went down there one time, and I thought, yeah, I'm just going to go hang out downtown. I'm gonna try to get rides downtown from Galena, whatever. And I went down there and I got like 3 or 4 rides in a row. It was super busy. I think I made like 30 or 40 bucks in an hour. And I was like, dude, this is awesome. And then a cop came up to me and told me that if I don't have a license, I can't drive there. And I was like, shit. So I was like, oh, there goes that idea. And yeah, so then the rest is just kind of, we've tried and tried and tried to get Lyft to block them, and they won't do it. And we've, they have a taxi service there, and Galena's made it clear that they do not want Lyft in their town. I don't know why. So they made, I don't think it's expensive to get the license, but you have to register as like an LLC and blah blah blah. Like I can't go in there and say I'm a Lyft driver, give me a license. I have to like establish a business and then apply for a license, and it's just it's complicated. So it's not worth it. If it's 1 or 2 rides or dropping off there or picking one person up, it's not a big deal. But most of the time it's you're driving 20 minutes and they're going somewhere else in town. So it's not worth it. That day that I went there and drove the one day for the hour so that I was there, I shut the app off and I drove out there, and I turned it on when I got to town. And I had a lot of people being like, oh, I didn't know they had Lyft here. And they got all excited. And then I got shut down really quick. So at that time, Dubuque was oversaturated, and I was trying to find a way to make money. And I thought, oh, that's my niche. And then didn't pan out. Because it can't pan out. Like I said, I think every once in a while somebody will go out there and pick somebody up. So people are doing it every once in a while, and the police told me it's okay if it's a ride here or there, but we can't operate. We can't just like decide, oh, I'm just gonna go drive in Galena today. Like, we can't do it that way. But if it's 1 or 2 rides, it's okay. But we've mostly decided as a group that we weren't going to go to Galena anymore. So, for that reason. But every once in a while, somebody will go. Because we have like a Facebook group and not everybody's in it. So, yeah. And it also could be that they took Lyft to get there and they want to get home. But and they don't want to pay the taxi fee because, like I said, they have I think they have 2 taxi companies there. And the taxi companies in that town, maybe they only have 1, but they started spreading misinformation about Lyft drivers. Specifically that we're not covered under insurance and blah blah blah, if anything happens, blah blah blah. He started saying stuff like, well, Lyft drivers don't have insurance, and Lyft drivers, blah blah blah, and you're not covered if you get in an accident, and etc. etc. None of that was true, and we called him out on it, and they deleted their post. But then he kind of went off about how you have to have a license, and we pay to operate here, and Lyft just comes in and thinks they can just pick people up and they don't have to pay to operate here and blah, blah, blah. So it just became a hassle. We decided we weren't going to do it. But again, like you said, if they're calling a Lyft, that means that either somebody dropped them off or somebody's picked them up there before, which is fine. And, every once in a while I'll go out there and pick somebody up, but it's becoming less and less worth it. So... And if it's a situation, if Lyft paid me to do long pickups, I would go out there every time. But they don't. So, Uber pays you to do a long pickup, meaning if the pickup is more than a certain number of minutes away, they pay you to go out there. In Dubuque, if it's 9 minutes or more, threshold's 8 minutes. So if it's 9 minutes or more, they will pay me to drive out there. But Lyft doesn't do that. If Lyft did that, then I would probably take those longer pickups more often. Fucking McDonald's? Fuck off. Just a stop, dude. That was straight ice. Straight ice, homie. Straight cash, homie. So yeah, that was my rant for the day. 9 people. How are we doing, people? What's going on? Hope everybody's having a great day. The sun's shining. It's 20 degrees. Almost out of gas. Shit. I do have to go home pretty soon. It's starting to get busy now, though. Data usage detected. Yeah, well, shit. $78. God damn it. I gotta put my phone back in because my battery is depleting. I got high data usage. That's hard to say. So Lyft has what's called a snow team, and they offer this to drivers who have XLs, basically, and they give you an added bonus. When it snows, they pay you extra money for being out driving in the snow. I find when it snows, it's busy, but I have both of my cars I use for Uber are small cars. So for me, it's not really worth it to drive in the snow because I can't get around that well. I usually try. I mean, don't get me wrong, I try. But Dubuque has a lot of hills. So sometimes the hills are hard to get up, but when it snows, it's usually busier. Same thing when it rains. Like that should go without saying, but it's obviously busier when it rains and snows. So is it worth it? Yeah. If you have an XL, it's really worth it because Lyft will pay you more. I don't know if Uber does that or not, but last year I got a notification about it and I opted in. But I didn't have an XL, so I never got the increased fares. They didn't say it had to be an XL. This year, they only offered it to XL drivers. So, Grand Tap. hopefully that answers your question. More people are going to be wanting to use the rideshare service when they're when the weather's shitty. So, yeah, I don't have an XL, and I wish I did. I think that when I trade in my vehicle, I'm probably going to get an XL. Just bringing food home.
Hello.
Stephanie?
Yep.
How we doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad. Movie theater?
Yep.
All right. What are we up to today?
Nothing much. Had a chamber meeting I had to go to this morning.
Gotcha.
Got the rest of the day off.
Oh, yeah.
How's your day going so far?
Not bad. Can't complain.
I noticed there's a lot of Lyft drivers out right now.
Yeah, it's really weird because sometimes there's a lot, sometimes there's none.
Yeah.
It just kind of depends what day it is.
Yeah, yesterday morning I was gonna go somewhere and there was no drivers out anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know why no one drives on Monday morning. You think they
Yeah.
would. I don't understand why they don't.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I guess most of them decide that Mondays are day off because they drove all weekend. I don't know, but
Maybe.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
So GPS clearly doesn't know where this movie theater is. So we're what, $14 on each now? Oh, 12. 12 and 14. That's not bad. It's not a bad little Tuesday. Testing the emergency alert system. This is only a test. Go, 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 go. A test. So I don't hear it yet. Alright, so now we're in Midtown. There's a lot of shit out here. Probably filled up using Gas Buddy like a week ago when I just got the notification now. So she said there were a lot of Lyft drivers on. So I should probably look at that. And if that's the case, it's probably time to go home. There it is. The Russians are coming. The Russians are coming. Yeah. Yep. Three rides on Lyft and 2 on Uber. So 5 rides, and that's $26, $27. It's not terrible. It's not great, but oh man, it's hard to say. I feel like I get tipped more on Lyft, so for that reason I would have to say Lyft riders are better, but like, I don't know, behavior wise I don't think there's much of a difference. Having said that, I don't think I've gotten tipped on Lyft today yet. And I got tipped on both rides I gave on Uber. But in general, I think Lyft riders tip better. And more, with the higher frequency. Yeah, I don't know that I notice much on the behavior side. But again, that could be a market thing too, you know what I mean? These bitches are still all dressed up like it's cold as shit outside. No, you're good. It's all good. You don't know unless you ask. Yeah, we had 18 inches of snow like 4 days ago, and it's pretty much all gone, which is crazy to think about. Yeah, I don't know. I have a tendency to think, like, in bigger markets that more of the business people, like more of the business clientele, uses Lyft as opposed to Uber. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's kind of seems to be what I observe. I think a lot of that might have been because when Lyft came out, they had in-app tipping right from the get-go, and Lyft didn't, or Uber didn't. A lot of people still don't know that you can tip on Uber. Because I've had people ask me, and it's been a thing for almost 2 years. But some people still don't know you can do that, because like when that first came out, only Lyft was doing it, and I think that's a big part of it. Alright guys, I am back home. So, if anybody has any last minute questions, shoot them at me now, otherwise I'm going to end the stream. Because I got stuff I got to do. Like my dog has a weird mass on her back that I have to go get looked at. And I hope it's not what I think it is. I know there's a delay, so I'll wait a couple minutes. See how many drivers actually are on right now. Oh man, there are a lot of drivers on. You got questions, man. Go ahead and fire away. I will probably do another live stream on Friday. It'll be Friday night. So Friday night, I'll probably start it around 10 o'clock Central Time. All right. You can ask now, it's no problem. Whatever you want to do. A lot of Ubers on. There's not even many Lyfts on right now. I don't have WhatsApp. Maybe I should get that though. Alright. Well, if you have any other questions, my contact info is in the bottom of every video. You always feel free to shoot me an email, send me a text message, whatever. Hey, it's no problem, man. It's no problem. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate the questions, so keep them coming. I know I don't have WhatsApp. I don't have it. I suppose I could get it, but I don't have it. I guess I'm not up with the times, man. I'll look into it. I did get your tip last week. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Maybe I'll sign up for WhatsApp and put the link in the description. We'll see. We'll see. If that's what all the cool kids are doing, maybe I should do that too. Be up with the cool kids. No problem, Tico. Anytime. You were really trying to get another ride? You kept getting other drivers? I'm going to come up with a different way for you to do that, because that's... I'm not monetized yet, but you know what? I'm going to hit 500 subs this week, so I'm halfway there. All right, guys. Yeah, if you want a referral code, let me know. Yeah, we have 2 theaters. That bitch has the same car as me, except the white version. All right, yeah, guys. I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you very much for watching and participating, and I will see you guys on the next one, Friday night. Peace out.